Hello, this is Buono. Today I'd like to explain what is electronics. But this video is made for basic of beginners of electronics hobbyist. Okay. Firstly, I will explain this diagram. I made a very simple diagram like this, as you can see. So that explains, that can show that the very basic flow of electronics. In my image, that there are three components, and that consists of three components. First one is input and calculation and output, and then finally you can achieve something as a goal. In more detail, input is like a sensor, such as temperature or humidity or humidity and light sensor, and something like that. And by using sensors, this detects our real world. Our physical world, and then this is the first step, and then next step in the next step. So by using this data, this physical data, this block calculates something as a brain, as a human brain, and then that this calculates from the very simple calculation to but there are very various calculations that exist, from very simple calculation to very difficult calculation that cannot be calculated by human. And this is the next step, and then this is the third step. So by using the calculation result, this block outputs something like a motor or a sound or a light, and then finally this goal, some goal is achieved. Okay, this is a very simple flow. I think this is electronics. So even though this is very simple, so I think that this image can be effective. It's effective to every product of electronics. Okay, so please imagine, please note, please remember this diagram. Okay. Then next, from this slide, using some slides, I'll explain the real components. Firstly, as our first step, as I said, we use the input components. Then the first example is a gas sensor. The sensor detects very many gas like carbon dioxide gas or oxide gas, or sometimes give me a moment. sometimes smoke. Okay. Then next, microphone. Of course, everyone knows a microphone very well. Microphone can detect our voice or a sound, and many at a very precise microphone can detect the very small and tiny noise or sound. Okay, and ultrasonic sensor can detect the distance distance from this device to the physical body or physical stuff by using ultrasonic. Okay, this is input components example. Of course, there are various input components other than these three components. You can find it in the website of the parts shop or Amazon. If you have a time, please check it. Such websites. Okay, and next. Let me show you the calculation devices. As well as input components, there are various calculation devices, and I think this Arduino and Raspberry Pi are the most famous and popular devices in the world. And of course, I have many these devices, but this is Arduino, the latest Arduino series. This is the latest Arduino version, Arduino Uno R4. Okay, and so. And sometimes beginners, electronics beginners face some difficulty, which devices they should choose. For example, Arduino series, there are a lot of Arduino series. Let's say it's 10 or 20 versions. And as well as Arduino Raspberry Pi version, Raspberry Pi series. In Raspberry Pi series, there are a lot of versions, 10 or more versions. So I think so many electronics beginners faces difficulty that which has to be chosen. And so my advice is you should choose Arduino Uno as a first board. And if you like to use Raspberry Pi, so Raspberry Pi 4 or 5 is a recommendation of me, because these Uno and Raspberry Pi 4 or 5, there are a lot of documents and videos, so you can build and develop by watching that references. This is very important thing. And if we see the right hand side, I put microbit on M5 stack. These are also very famous, but low famous compared to the left hand side Arduino Raspberry Pi component. So microbit is often commonly used in the education industry, especially in the elementary school or junior high school, because the biggest feature of microbit is how to build programming. So in the microbit development, we can use block programming component like a Lego block. So that is a very easy way, especially for beginners. And M5 stack is also very common, especially in Asian countries, because M5 stack was developed in China, and so in Asian country, it's very popular. The M5 stack is most biggest feature is one package, all-in-one package. So this gadget has a display and some buttons and some sensors inside and more. So it's very portable and easy to use and easy to start. So it's popular. Okay, and this is the calculation devices. And 3 and presentation, and next is the output devices, and motors and LEDs and speakers. And for in terms of motors, the motors have a lot of kind. Motors exist a lot of kind. This servo motor is one of such kind of motors. Other than this, servo motor and stepping motor and the AC motor and AC motor and so on are existing. But in terms of electronics, a servo motor is most commonly used because it's very because this is very controllable by programming. Okay, and LED, of course, everyone knows this device very well, even if you are a big electronics beginner. And there are a lot of colors, green and red and yellow and blue and so on. Okay. So I strongly recommend you to start to build LED circuit components as a first step. It's sometimes called LED blink. LED blink is a very popular way to learn electronics for all beginners. Okay, and speakers as output device. Speaker is a very good component to express the sound and something or sound or voice, mechanical voice, by making generative AI recently. Okay. And finally, in the last slide, let me reduce some components. Of course, inside of these components, some main electrical components are used. I put some examples here. And some resistor and capacitor and inductor that is called sometimes coil, and diode or LEDs and transistor FETs or ICs or CPUs. These components, these devices, every device has these components. And sometimes the resistance has 100 or 200, and capacitor also that is also put, or sometimes 1,000 capacitors are used. And inductor, but this is especially used for the power electronics, like a power supply in it. that is used to convert from AC 100 voltage or 200 voltage to DC 5 voltage. This is a simple example. Okay, and let me go to summarize. Let's go to summarize today's slides. And so today, what is electronic components? My answer is here. Flow is in these three three ways. To start here, input and calculation and output, and then finally you can achieve something. And so these devices consist of these components, and resistor, capacitor, inductor, diode, transistor, ICs. Okay, these are very basic components. So please remember, please learn the first step, these components, if you want to learn electronics. Okay. Okay, this is but this is last slide. Okay. So in the next video, I'll show you the real product, real gadget that is built by makers in the offline and online. Okay. I hope you enjoyed electronics. Bye bye. On this channel, I post videos that explain the essential knowledge and tools that electronics beginners should acquire. You can learn these basics from scratch. If you're just starting with electronics projects, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I also welcome your comment on the good button on this video. Wishing you a wonderful experience with your electronics projects.